So sorry, I quickly had to join the generator. So let's quickly move on. All right. So let's quickly look at those ones you said you had there. So Julius, okay, this Julius who loves cats plans to get a kitten, but she needs to find a house that allows living pets, which is also not far from my grandmother's house. Juliet, who loves cats, who Richard Cross plans to the location, two goes to every almost all the beds. Okay, and gets the kitten, but what is question advice? She needs to find a house that allows living pets is rated clause, which is also not far from my brother's house. So which relative starts the beginning of the relative clause also is question advice. So then we have quite a number there. After plan completing our daily chores is good there. Cynthia sat in a chair, which was a dark recliner, which went to
recliner,
and she read all evening while her kids watched TV. So while okay, this contrast, kids watch TV. So you will take that watch TV. That makes 4, not 5. A dark recliner makes 5. Although I have books, I like books. I don't like Roman novel. Now, you can have.
That's supposed to be romance. Was a mistake.
So, you can have don't. So, although question wise, I like books. I don't like Roman books put together, but
however, my sister.
Thoughts.
Can you help her there now?
My sister who that's number 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 4, loves women's logo. 6. No. Who loves for a couple of years and just reading the most of it. Repetition. Repetition is too much. So you need to change or substitute Roman numerals for the last Roman numerals for them rather than instead of Roman. Now, the place you put for a couple of years is saying that are you there? Will you please switch on your mic?
Yes, I'm here. I'm here.
Hello.
Hello, I'm here. Hello, can you hear me?
Are you there?
Yes, I am. I'm here.
All right. Now, using the placement of what you gonna do? Okay. The usage of for a couple of years, the placement there shows that you are talking about that she loves romance novel for a couple of years, and I'm sure that's not what you meant to say.
No, that's not what I meant to say. I meant to say she had lived with her for a couple of years.
Yes. So that is where your couple of years should be. So let me quickly change that. Excuse me. So, sorry for that. So you said who had lived with my aunt for a couple of years, who loves my auntie, who loves. Okay, it's going to be a bit complicated. Okay, my sister who had lived with my aunt for a couple of years. Okay, we'll have to look for a way to re-edit that to suit what we want to okay. But my sister who had lived with my aunt for a couple of years. Okay, yeah, who had lived with my aunts for a couple of years, also loved Roman novels due to my sister who loved them too, something like that. But the placement of a couple of years seemed to be out of place. So always read through. So before Louise got married, she planned to stay in shape so that she can continue her modeling job. But not sooner than 2 years later, she added a few pounds because she won't stop eating chocolate. Okay. Before Louise got married, go together. She planned to stay in shape. To stay in shape is collocation so that relative clause and so that cohesive device she can continue a modeling job. Let's put that together, modeling job. But cohesive device not sooner than 2 years later. This is good. But is good not sooner than 2 years later. That's very extensive and advanced level vocabulary. She added a few pounds because she won't stop eating chocolate. So they are quite over everywhere. So, but we know we are now at variance with we are at variance to but and because and very. I've not seen one very work anyway. It's not big deal. So we plan based on our discretion instead of relying on the weather forecast, as we were disappointed last year due to heavy rainfall, as against a foretold continuous sunshine. Okay, let's move on. The planned based on collocation at discretion instead of relying on two different distinct collocation. The weather forecast collocation, as we were disappointed last year collocation due to coercive device, heavy rainfall collocation as against coercive as against being contrast, a foretold continuous sunshine. Now, okay, foretold continuous sunshine. So that's good. Singing at the concert, excited John at first. Singing gerund at the concert, excited John at first. At first can come in as a form of sequencing until relative coercive device realized he had left his wallet in the taxi. Realized he had left his wallet in the taxi that dropped him off. So relative clause that dropped off his coercive collocation at the venue earlier comparison due to so much anxiety for the show. Please permit me to pick a call. She won't stop calling if I don't tell her class.
EP. No. I don't even know if you accepted.
Hello. Sorry.
Okay,
Yes. It's a prospective student, candidate, it's a student, but I had to just tell her to call back. So now somebody is raising up and the person's name is Infinite X4. So what do you have to do for us?
It's okay. I don't. It's my network. It's okay.
Okay, it's your network. Okay. Okay, that's Miss Ruth, right? So now let's move on. Let's move on. We planned. Okay. Okay, singing at the okay. I think we have that. Singing at the concert excited John at first until he realized he had left his wallet in his taxi that dropped him off at the venue earlier due to so much anxiety for the show. So singing at first until that dropped off. That's two. Earlier, if that's 5 or 6, due to 7. So which is good. So to embark on this adventure, you must bear in mind that there will be many mosquitoes before you advised. Therefore, you are advised to come with mosquito repellent and socks in order to avoid falling sick. Okay, so let's see. We have to embark on. You must bear in mind. The bear in mind is collocation. That's a relative clause. It's good. There will be many mosquitoes. Therefore, the another one, you can have you are advised to. That's a good one. Come with, that's another one. Mosquito repellent. That's another collocation. And socks. In order to, that's coercive device. Avoid falling sick. Falling sick is another one. When planning to travel, first write out a list of things you need, especially, and secondly, line them up in the bed, then arranged in the what? Are you there?
Yes, I am.
Okay. So line them up in the what?
On the bed. On. It's on. Not in.
Okay. On the bed, then arranged and the base. Oh.
So let me read it from here. When planning to travel, first write out a list of things you need. Secondly, line them up on the bed, then arrange them into your box instead of waiting to pack the night before the trip.
Okay.
Can I go again?
That the last part is not here with me. I'm not sure you scanned it over to me. That's what.
But the last part says, arrange them into your box instead of waiting to pack the night before the trip.
Okay. Okay. When planning to travel, first is sequence. Write out. Another one. List of things. Another one. You need. Secondly, another one. Line up. And of course, you divide them collocation on the bed, then arrange them in your box instead of arrange them in your box the night before instead of. I don't know. So let's see. Let's make use of what I have here. So I think so far in that paragraph, that sentence, you have everything needed. So we can basically just move on. We could move on from there. So it's a good one. So eventually you will not have to do the assignment again. So I think we settled that. All right. So let's go on.
Thank you.
What is this? Who is the name of this one? Okay, maybe that's me. Okay. So some people did not. I think we all just have 2 people. So those people who have not submitted, we hope that we'll be able to walk you through the process of getting them over to me. So let's go on. Mr. Joseph, did you submit your own?
No, sir, I didn't. The process of submitting. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So now let's quickly move on. Time is against us already. Let's quickly move on. Now let me just quickly ask. So far, I know we've just had maybe 1 class or so, but so far, do you think this class is going to be very valuable to you, or do you think you're going to get almost everything you need to pass the exam in this class with the way we started? Yes. Hello. Yes, please, Mr. Joseph.
Yes, sir. You actually add value to me and give me everything sufficient to pass the exam.
So now, from some of us, have we probably done or attended some classes or lectures somewhere else? And are there differences that we have seen so far? Okay, right us out. So let's move on. Let's move on. Now, yesterday we ended, or we stopped at number 10. So we're going to go. We still talk about some do's and don'ts here. So number 11, you must make use of some very wonderful lexical resources, vocabulary. Vocabulary basically what you mean by lexical resources. Please try as much as possible to standardize your lexical resources. That's why I was saying that don't use very, don't use because, don't use but, don't use which other one. Those little, even if sometimes we shouldn't even use therefore. Therefore is so everywhere. It's everywhere. So we should kind of like stay away from it because it has become almost everywhere. So it's not new. It's not rare. So we should try as much as possible to stay away from making use of those vocabularies that are just like every other person uses them. So I'm very hungry versus I'm quite famished, for example. So advanced level grammar and words should be used, not the everyday ones. So I'm very hungry versus I'm quite famished. She was afraid versus she was shocked, frightened, overwhelmed. Look at the mistake you, for example, we now have what's it called now? Let's see. This another example. IELTS is not expecting you to use everyday simple grammar. Is expecting you to use advanced level grammar. Okay. So for example, look at this number 3. Look at the mistake. Simple English. Look at the mistake you've made me do. You made me do a mistake. You made me commit a mistake. Look at the mistake you made me commit. Now versus observe the manner of error you caused me to commit. These two are the same in meaning, but they have different vocabulary levels. So student IELTS is expecting that you make use of very high vocabulary, level. Okay, permit me to rephrase that. Not very high as it were,
but rarely used or less common ones, so to speak. Not very high. They are not expecting you to now begin to speak like Patrick Obahiagmo in those of those days. I mean, of the House of Rep member some time ago. No, they are not expecting you to use such big grammars. They are only expecting you to use less common, less less commonly used vocabulary. You know them, but this is a time to bring them to the fore, to bring them out. You know them, you use them every now and then. So this is a time where you get to bring them out and make use of them very well. So having said that, we move on. So synonym, IELTS is expecting you to make use of synonyms. Synonyms are other words for the same meaning. They can be just a word or a few words, which is an expression. Let me say this, that IELTS is one of the major blocks, major building blocks or pillars of your IELTS is synonyms. Without synonyms, nobody can pass IELTS. Just like without holiness, nobody can see the Lord. IELTS, nobody can pass IELTS if you don't have a good understanding of synonyms. That is why, we started. All my instructions, all my assignments are instructive. They are building you up in a very subtle way. If I say write as many quasi devices or as many this and that you know, I'm basically helping you to build your synonyms base, the base of vocabularies in synonyms. Yes, Mr. Plantok.
Okay, it's an error. I raised it earlier.
Okay.
Hello. Yes.
Okay, it's an error you raised it earlier. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So now let's move on. So synonym is very, very important. You cannot hope to pass IELTS without a good understanding of synonyms. Please improve your vocabulary every day. As a matter of fact, yes, Ms. Abiola.
I'm not seeing the screen. All I could see here is Z881 recordings. I'm trying to fix things out here, but I can't see anything on the screen.
Is there anybody? Is there any other person who cannot see what I'm doing? Who cannot see my screen? Any other person? Let's be sure it's not from here. Okay, can you all see my screen? Can the other people see my screen? Mr. Planto, can you see my screen? Ms. Perez, can you see my screen?
Yes, yes, I can see your screen from here.
Ruth, can you see my screen?
Yes.
Yes, so that means it's from your own hand and you need to probably rejoin. Switch it up, log out, then join again. Or probably start the app again. Whenever you are experiencing any hitch, start the app again or start your phone again. So,
I'll reconnect. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. So so I was saying that synonym is a major aspect of your IELTS. Nobody can pass IELTS without synonyms. So, like I mentioned earlier, for example, what was that word that Romance novels, just like Miss Perez made that. This is 9 past 9. Hello, Auntie MC. Sorry, that's my next class calling. Let me quickly give over some moments so that we can finish up here. Hello, ma'am. Hello, ma'am. Sorry, give me some moment. I want to round up this class, then I'll open up your link and we'll start. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Thank you. All right, so let's quickly go through it. So synonyms, we've talked about synonyms, okay? Another thing is paraphrasal. IELTS expects you to do a lot of paraphrasal, to use paraphrasal paraphrases. IELTS expects you to use paraphrase. Okay, let's just what's it called now? Let's just hold on here. Let's call it a day here. All right, so I don't have to rush over this, so that we take our time to we'll take our time. Now, I'll quickly give you an assignment, but it's not the one that you would submit. So is it possible? Can we do a class tomorrow? Can we do a class tomorrow? Is it possible for us to have a class tomorrow? Please stop. Let's respond so that we can.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so Ms. Perez, can we do a class tomorrow? Ms. Adeoye, can we do a class tomorrow? Hello.
Yes, we can.
Okay, Ms. Adeoye, can we do a class tomorrow, 7 p.m.? I'm sure she's having network issues. Okay, now let me say this, that I'm supposed to make your video, the video of the class, available on YouTube. So if you still want to make some reference to what we discussed in class, you can always check it out on that YouTube channel. Okay, so, and of course you are expected to, it's part of the deal that you subscribe to that channel. So please go there over to that link that I shared some time ago, and click on the link and share, be subscribed, like some videos, and then if you don't want to watch anything, then just subscribe. That would do me a lot of good. Thank you very much. So we'll have a class 7 p.m. 7 p.m. tomorrow. Now, it's not in my regular schedule, so there's a very likelihood that I might forget. So, Mr. Joseph, I'm saddling you with the responsibility of putting a reminder to me by 6 p.m. so that I'll be able to I'll put it in perspective. All right. Is that possible, Mr. Joseph?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so 6 p.m. please remind me so that we can. So tomorrow 7 p.m. 7 to 9 we'll have a class. Thank you very much. Do have a wonderful night.
Thank you.
You were going to give us an assignment, sir.
Thank you,
Yes,
sir.
yes. Okay, the assignment. Yes. Who said ah? Oh my God, that's very funny. Okay, it's an assignment you don't have to submit. Okay, now pick. This is the assignment. Pick 5 different fields of endeavor. Which is not yours, and ask the internet to give you terms and terminologies used there, as well as the synonyms of those terms. I hope you understand this. 5 fields. Now, most of you are nurses, medical people, but you could say maybe you could go to criminal justice, Okay. Criminal justice, maybe, for example, criminal justice. Whatever I put here is a must. You work on it. Criminal justice. Environment, and global warming. Okay, so for example, so you just say terms and terminologies used in criminal justice. The internet will bring it out for you. Learn, study these terms and terminologies. That's vocabulary. You are building your vocabulary. Just 5, but these 2 are compulsory. Okay. I hope you understand. So learn, just if you can write them out in your notes, good. It will help you. The terms and terminologies and the synonyms of those terms and terminologies wherever there are any, wherever there's any for you to learn. We talked about vocabulary tonight. That was the only thing we were able to talk about. We're talking about synonyms and lexical resources, vocabulary. So if you can do that, you can learn those vocabularies. It helps for you to build up your vocabulary. I told you that if I can write a 6-month curriculum on IELTS. So this is some of those places. If it were to be that, we'll just take one subject per day, and we'll have assignment based on them. So, and by the time somebody goes through IELTS for 6 months, the person is going to be hot. So that's why I want you to work on this. Pick 3 others, work on their terms and terminologies, and also the synonyms of those words wherever the internet can offer you any. So those are the assignments. You are not submitting. You don't have any deadline. Okay. I'll give you the assignment tomorrow. Hopefully that we're going to be able to go through all of this. All of that we need to get you there for me to give you assignment towards Tuesday. So so that is that. I hope this is clear.
Yes, sir.
So who was it that was saying, oh,
yes, it is.
Who was it that was going to whine because of the assignment? Who was it? I want to know the person. The person does not want to talk.
Adeoye. I actually said that because I'll be on transit tomorrow.
Okay. Don't worry, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. While you are
from morning till the next day.
What?
So it's a long journey.
Okay. Sorry.
Yes, that's why.
Don't worry, you'll be fine. If you don't do it tomorrow, you can always do it some other time. Since you are not submitting,
I will try my possible best to do it while on transit.
Even if you don't do it tomorrow, it's just vocabulary study. Vocabulary study is something you do from time to time. You do till you finish till you write exam. You don't stop. Just like you do revision till you write exam, you don't stop. So there's no big deal.
Yeah.
So Mr. Joseph, you have a question? All right, in the absence of anything, so let's call it a day. We'll see you tomorrow, 7 p.m. Okay, but Mr. Adeoye, if you are not able to follow the class very well, I think you can always check on YouTube.
All right, sir.
All right. So
okay, thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, everyone. God bless you. Have a wonderful night.
All right, good night, sir.
Good night.